look gorgeous. Woo! Somebody's getting married.
Not a nerve in sight leading up to J-Lo's long-awaited transformation into Mrs. Jennifer Lynn Affleck.
How you feeling?
I feel
This is the
so excited.
Well, J-Lo stayed true to her love don't cost a thing pledge. I am here at the famous A Little White Wedding Chapel Vegas venue where the couple, worth an estimated $550 million, said I do with a $180 Tunnel of Love extravaganza. I am walking down the exact same aisle that Jennifer Lopez took her steps on Saturday night just after midnight, and this venue's used to A-listers. Britney Spears got married here back in 2004, and just a few years ago, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner.
And this was my wedding changing area.
Why am I in the men's bathroom? Because this is where Ben Affleck changed. And I'm pretty sure this is Ben's hanger still hanging here. This is the wedding they wanted, everybody. Intimate. I'm still Jenny from the block. E.T. has obtained this exclusive photo from inside moments after they eloped. Jennifer wore a white lace off-the-shoulder gown from Zuhair Murad's 2023 bridal collection. Earlier in the evening, she wore one of her own dresses from, quote, an old movie.
Just saving it and saving it and saving it, and now I'm wearing it on my wedding day.
And check out J-Lo's post-wedding glow from bed the next morning, showing off a simple, classic wedding band. Jennifer's kids were in attendance. Here is Emmy in the chapel's Cadillac. No word on if Ben's 3 children were there. Ex-Jennifer Garner was enjoying the weekend in Lake Tahoe. According to our source, Bennifer wanted to elope in Vegas because, quote, they have so much fun together and thought this would be a fun idea too. Jennifer says it was, quote, the best possible wedding we could have imagined. Love is patient. 20 years patient. Back in 2014, Jennifer described Ben as the one that got away.
Ben was your first heartbreak.
It was my first kind of heartbreak. It was just one of those things, you know, we were about to get married, it didn't work out, and it was just a tough one for me.
Offering a new deck. This deck. I'm offering this deck here. Something new. Out of the ordinary. Let's see what spiritual guides and intuition is gonna take me with this reading. Of course, keeping those cards about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Let's see. Okay, starting off with this deck here. Ben Affleck and actually Jennifer Lopez are both Leos. Believe it or not. So they're cosmically in tune with one another. So her wanting to give Ben Affleck, aside from them having cosmically intuitive zodiac signs, both being Leos, but maybe she feels the white man is able to accept her in that way. It's one step of being totally accepted by that race from Hollywood. And not to mention, he was the only guy who rejected her. You know, she probably just don't like rejection. Who dumped her? And she probably don't like that. So let's see what Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have in store. What does their future say for them? Okay, I want to pop out. Let's see what their future say. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. See what their future say. Spiritual guides. pop out. This card's been popping out a lot lately. And this card. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Okay, not getting us all those cards. So let's move on here. Okay, so we have this card here, which is financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in family tree, passing on knowledge. If someone is looking for some family unity, passing on family traditions, they're really family oriented, that's definitely Jennifer. Jennifer Lopez is very family oriented. They have a lot of traditions. You hear her talk about a lot in her little behind the scenes and interviews. She's really close knitted with her family, so she definitely want to have something to carry on, something to pass down to her children. And then we have this one: a happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successful, people you can trust. So right now it looks like Ben and Jennifer are looking to get the family together, carry on some traditions, maybe combining both of their traditions, although they're from two different cultures, but they're looking for some kind of unity from both worlds. So they want a happy marriage and they want a happy family. They want contentment. As you can see here, it looks like it may work. See that? You know, and it's strange because it's a fire sign and Leo's a fire sign. So it looks like they're definitely, I'm getting a lot of family cards, which means they're really concentrating on their family right now. And then we have this right here, which is brilliant, experienced, humorous, judgmental, releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. Seeing the humor in difficult situations, focus on career, divorce, and unmarried individuals. So we have this releasing the situations or people that no longer serve you. So they're trying to be family oriented, trying to correct that positive vibe within their family. So they're releasing anyone who doesn't serve them, who's not with their love, who doesn't think they will belong or think they won't last. This is telling them to continue doing that if they want a really good family unit, a positive vibe, because the people who don't serve you are going somewhere. Okay, so it says right there. See, releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. Seeing the humor in difficult situations instead of prying on it, because Leos have a tendency to, if things doesn't go right, they take it to a whole extreme when it's not even that serious. People don't forgot about it and they're still harpooning about it. That can be the downfall for Leos. Period. Because, I mean, they are confident people. I mean, they're loyal and things of that nature. And they're very generous and they love luxury and all of that stuff. I mean, they love their life. They love money. I mean, it's just what they are. But they do lack some kind of inflecting on what they need for themselves and looking in the mirror and saying, what is wrong with me? Because they're too busy looking at the outside world because they're so ambitious. And attention loves them. I mean, the spotlight loves Leos. They're made for the spotlight. Any Leo you may have in your life, they're going to always be put full front into the spotlight because the spotlight will find them whether they're trying to run away from or not. It is what it is. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. So, that's what Leos are. But they do lack of self-awareness. They do lack of looking at themselves. Okay, maybe something wrong with me. Because they don't think anything wrong with them because they're so high confident and really ambitious people. Although they love and family oriented and things of that nature, but they just can't step back and say, okay, something's maybe wrong with me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Because they don't think anything wrong with them because they're so confident. And then we have this card here. Negative thoughts manifest into real challenges, fears surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor time for becoming self-employed. So they're looking for some new ventures, probably getting some partnership brands because of their marriage, which is not unusual. I mean, they can definitely brand off this, make a lot of money. So it looks like that's what they're definitely trying to do in this time period here. But their negative thoughts and things of that nature is keeping them from doing it because remember, if you're constantly thinking negative, it's going to come out in your present. Whatever you're thinking about, fearing, whatever it has the most energy, the one you feed the most is going to manifest in your life. So you don't want to feed that. And since they're so all into their selves, so to speak, because they're limelight made people and very confident people, so to speak. Well, they appear that way, but they're not really that kind of people, but that's what they appear. They're going to take what people say into heart. So if the world is saying, oh, this and this and this, I mean, I was one of them too. I didn't think Ben and Jennifer would make a good match because cultural differences, and we all have heard of Ben. He's been an alcoholic forever and a day, and a lot of people are afraid that he has not changed in that department. So they're fearing for Jennifer's heart, but they're both Leos. But I'm seeing here that they're listening to that, and it's going to affect their relationship, and they need to do that. They need to listen to what it says here. Get rid of those negative thoughts. Anyone who's not with their union, don't listen to them. They're both Leos. They can make it work. Of course, them having so much in common, they can't clash, but they can definitely make it work. Okay? Let's see what these cards say. Let's see what this says. See what this says. Ben and Jennifer. Bennifer is what the public call them. Bennifer. Let's see what it says about Bennifers. Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. What's that card say for Affleck and Jennifer Lopez? Okay, that kind of want to pop out. I missed my hand. Okay. We have this card here, which is the Two of Swords. Okay, Two of Swords is a stalemate, true sitting on the fence, crossroads, difficult decisions, painful choices, stressful decisions, and oppositions, facing your fears, being torn between two relationships, divided loyalty. So someone's being torn between two different relationships, whether it's with their family or ex-loved one or ex-wife, ex-spouse, ex-husband, whatever. They've been torn. They don't know what to do. They're thinking, this has been, Jennifer Lopez is not torn between anything. And that's to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is definitely conflicting with his mind. And then we have this: being hasty, adventurous, energetic, charming, warm, exciting, fearless, confident, self-assured, hero, rebellious, brave, revolutionary, open-minded, free, spirit, sexy, warm, shameless, flirt. So someone's been very adventurous, energetic, and charming, and warm, and exciting, and confident. That's both of them. Leos are very, very confident and adventurous people. They love traveling. They just love that. So that's the both of them. Then we have an unhappy family, postponed, cancel, reunion, leaving home. So someone is definitely unhappy. A family is definitely unhappy. And it's going to be some cancellation, leaving home. It's got to be Ben. He has the bigger side over there. He has more kids than Jennifer Lopez, and him and Jennifer Garner have a lot of kids together, and his family was not prone for him to marry Jennifer Lopez because she's a Latino and his family's white. You know, that whole thing. That's one of the reasons why I heard the grapevine they broke up in the first place, among other reasons. So some of his family members are not happy with their reunion. They really are not. They're not happy. They'll put up a good front, but they're really not happy those two are together. So just like these cards say, if they can keep these people out of their lives, then their relationship would be great. Remember, whatever you feed the most, whether it's negative thoughts or positive thoughts, that's what will manifest in reality. So you want to think positive thoughts, positive thoughts. I'm feeling these cards. Let's see what these cards say. So we see that Ben Affleck family is not really happy with Jennifer. Actually, I think both of their families are not really happy with their union, but they're dealing with it. I mean, just because Jennifer is attracted to Ben Affleck or whatever, because they're both Leos and he rejected her. Maybe she's just really in love with him, or who knows. It could definitely be love. or it could be some kind of accomplishment to be accepted by a white man. That means accepted by a white Hollywood. It could be a number of reasons, but some people of their families are not happy with their union. So let's see what these cards say. If they can keep out those negativity and stay firm to their love, if it's true love, they will be fine. Okay, nothing else is coming out of these cards. Okay, so we have this card here, which is spiritual strength. So they're gonna need a lot of spiritual strength, which makes sense because if they have both some people of their sides of the families who's not happy with this union, they're gonna need a lot of spiritual strength, and they're gonna need a lot of meditation. They need to get spiritually right if they want this to grow. They have to stop letting those negative thoughts affect their judgment. That's one thing about Leos; they always do that. You know, the spotlight love them and things of that nature, but they always care about what people think, and they need to stop doing that. If they want this relationship to grow, I know they're from two different cultures, and worldly speaking, the world may not accept them for one of those reasons. It's not so much as those reasons, it's it's a lot of reasons, but that's one of the reasons. Although they're cosmically perfect for one another. But if they can keep other people out of their business, out of their love, and just focus on themselves, eventually the world will accept them as a couple, as a true, loving, cosmically in tune, perfect for one another couple, regardless of their outside differences and their past issues. But they have to stop letting it affect them, so they need spiritual strength to get through this whole ordeal in marriage. That's what they need. I mean, I was one of them. I don't trust the band. I don't trust neither one of them. I think both of them need to be single for a while, to be honest. But cosmically thinking, and I'm really into the zodiacs and cosmic and astrology. They're perfect one another. Culturally speaking, there's a lot of cons and pros. But them two crazy birds can make it work. I mean, what the heck? Being positive, right? So let's see what these cards say. Ben and Jennifer. So far, they're not really getting a lot of cards. Okay, I kind of want to cut off. Ben and Jennifer. Ben and Jennifer. I'm not getting out of these cards. The only card that came out was 3 of Wands. Now we have 3 ladies looking like they're on vacation, living it up. Different races, different cultures. Love it, love it, love it. I love the diversity. A lot of people don't, but I do. 3 of Wands. And 3 of Wands is mainly a lot of teamwork, a lot of commerce, expansion, travel. So this is going to be needing a lot of teamwork. You notice the different cultures and races. That's what Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez is bringing into this marriage. A lot of different cultures, a lot of different background, and it's going to be a lot of teamwork. They need to get spiritually strong to make this work because they're literally fighting against historical dividing. I mean, historically speaking and racially speaking, it's toxic for them to be together because his ancestor did some crazy things to her ancestors, but he didn't do it. His ancestors did it, not him. So he shouldn't get the heat of what his ancestors done. That goes for every white person. They didn't do it. So they shouldn't be punished for it either. And they shouldn't be lied about their history either. And people think, okay, if the whitewashing and things of that nature, that's starting to bring more truth, and it's starting to outpour nowadays. People starting to learn the truth about history. It's not to brag about Black's history, African history. A lot of Caucasian people would like to know the truth as well. They don't want to be lied to. It's not about, oh my gosh, you better than me. It's not. It's about the truth. Ben Affleck may have some issues. It did seem like he kind of settled for Jennifer Garner. He didn't really want to marry her. He didn't seem happy at all with her. You don't see him happy. He don't seem very happy now either. But he seemed to be really in love with Jennifer Lopez. They just cosmically and just in tune. They meant to be together. They just need to settle their differences. Don't let the past issues of their cultural differences and family members and outside world break up the unity. You know what I mean? Just, they need to just not do that. It's a pregnant woman in here. I don't know about that one. Jennifer, what, 50, 60, lost track, so I'm not sure about that one. I'm sure that someone in here found you might have a baby. I don't know if it's going to be Jennifer. Anyway, we have this card. Let's see what this says about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Alright, what does this say for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez? What does this say? What does this say for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez? What does the shadow card say? Okay, these cards are not saying anything about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, and I was expecting that. Let's see what these say. I'm not sure if they said anything before, but we're just gonna go ahead and see what they say about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. So, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Okay, this is going to pop out for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Let's see. Okay, I want to pop out. And Jennifer Lopez. Let's see here. Okay, that wanted to really come out. And Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Okay, that's all I'm getting out of these cards. Okay, so we got a false person, which means someone's not being their true selves. So messages of concern and official person. Official person can be a military, a lawyer, or something, or someone in law, to be quite frank. That's going to jump into their lives. This is really concerning. It takes the course of these cards completely different. But someone's being a false person. Like someone's pretending to be something they're not. That's what I'm getting there. And a message of concern. Some woman or someone in general, some importance, or someone who has not been saying anything is going to send a message of concern about the union and to give a warning about someone. So we have someone, some kind of law status, could be a cop, could be a police officer, could be a lawyer. It's going to pop up in their relationship. Someone is being not themselves. And then we have a message of concern. This is taking a whole new turn here. So we have unhappy families, which means their families are not happy. Them trying to do teamwork, culturally, connecting, which is definitely good. And then we have keeping on negative people. And then we have security for yourself and your family, creating a sense of security and tradition. So we know they're trying to combine both their families and trying to keep up the negativity and things of that nature. But then, now that I'm starting to get visions now, I'm looking at these cards, I'm trying to be positive, maybe I need to really look at these cards. It's going to be painful crosswords, stressful decisions. Yeah, someone's being hasty and adventurous. And then brewing experience and humorous judgmental releasing situations of people. So we get into people, releasing people is popping up in their cards twice. So something negative or something is popping up in their life. Someone very someone's going to cause some trouble. That's all I have to say. So it's going to be messages of concern, and someone's going to pop up and cause some trouble in their relationship. But there's also someone in a relationship who's not being true to themselves. They're not being honest. They're lying. And then we have teamwork, which is what they're doing when they're trying to combine both of their families. And they definitely need spiritual strength for this. So what I'm getting is that, okay, they're both Leos and cosmically thinking they would be perfect for one another, but their cultural differences is getting in the way. And someone who really needs to, remember I told you about Leos, they don't take the time to self-reflect. They're so ambitious and thinking about what people say, and the limelight loves them, and blah, 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 blah. And they're very, very, very hardworking people. Yes, and caring, and they're definitely family-oriented, but they don't take time to think about themselves, and someone is not being true. So you got a guy with the mask, he's not revealing himself, and the woman is hiding part of her face with the fan. So neither one of them are being their true selves, and they really need to self-reflect. So I'm getting here, self-reflection is definitely something they need to be doing. Someone needs to make choices. You have to make painful choices, and they need to self-reflect and see what they want. It's going to be an official person jumping in here, a lawyer. Someone's going to send a message of concern. It's going to send this relationship off course here. But if they truly love each other, they can overcome all of this. But it's the cultural differences is really getting in the way of the relationship. Let's see what these cards say. Let's see what these cards say. Lopez. Okay, I want to pop out. Okay. Okay, we got decline. Someone's declining to say anything. Totally. Certainly not. Affirmative. Absolutely. So we got someone declining to say anything. They're not saying anything about themselves. They're just hiding themselves altogether. And certainly not totally also fucking... Because the question I was asking myself is this relationship going to fall apart? And someone's declining to speak. And we got certainly not. And I got totally, absolutely, and affirmative. So, I hate to say it, but this is not going to last. It's not because they're not in tune and they're not cosmically perfect for another. Their cultural differences and the fact they're not being themselves is going to break this marriage up. They went in here on false pretenses. They both just got through coming out of crazy toxic relationships and issues, and they didn't self-reflect on themselves before jumping into this marriage. They're jumping into this marriage to settle some scorecard or to prove everyone wrong. So that's what I'm getting. I mean, yes, they're both Leos and they can make it work, but their cultural differences and their issues that they had before, it's not going to work. I see they're trying to develop some family traditions and combine the families together, but they went in this marriage way too fast. They probably were getting old now, you know, but it's not working. It's not going to work. And it looks like it's going to get real ugly. The law is going to come into play. Someone's going to send a message of concern. I'm hoping this don't happen. If they are really in love, they can overcome all these challenges and obstacles. So I guess the future was saying, but so far the cards are saying Ben and Jennifer, this is going to be the biggest breakup, one of the biggest breakups in Hollywood, and hopefully it send them into self-nourishment and reflection afterwards. That's what I'm hoping in the future. Well, that's the end of this reading for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Let me know what you all think below. Don't forget to hit that bell. And don't forget to go to my website, sign up. Remember, the first 10 people to get a free reading. I'll put it on here. upon your approval, of course. So let me know if you want a free reading. My website is definitely below. Queen Sheba Tarot, that's my website. Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. The first 10 readings, the first 10 people sign up get free readings. Yes, absolutely. And don't forget to subscribe, share, share, share. Let this channel grow because there's a lot of different ideas I want to do. I want to do a video about where are we going cultural-wise in terms of the world, Black history, history in general, wondering if the truth's going to come out. I want to do politics. I want to do, not astrology, but prophecies. I have a whole different line of videos I want to do. But for now, celebrities, because it seems to be popular, and I'm trying to let this channel grow. But once it grows, I can start doing things I really want to do. So subscribe, 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 and share, share, share. Thanks for watching.